Hello, everybody. Almost forgot to unmute myself in Discord, despite the fact I told Nova that I would unmute myself in Discord. Alrighty, we got a little bit of a different thing going on here tonight. Usually I would have my iPad over here with my pattern on it, but what I have is a monitor that I not stole from Kit, but took from Kit over here that has my pattern, OBS, and some other stuff on it, so that's nice. And it'll be weird not staring at my own face for the next 2 hours. How's the audio? Can everybody hear me okay? If anybody wants to answer that, that'd be great. I'm unmuted. Yeah, I'm unmuted in Twitch, so people should be able to hear me. Borrowed from Kit. Sounds good to me. Yeah. I mean, she got herself a fancy new monitor, so she doesn't need this one. Moogle! Hi, Moogle! How are you? It's good to see you, buddy. Okay. So, audio might be a little bit jank tonight, because we're using Spotify for music, so I can get some cool, like, Chillhop Sonic music in the background and some other stuff. Sleepy But been playing Rebirth. Ooh, is that out? Wait, is that the latest one or is that a different one? There's so many Final Fantasy VIIs now. I can't keep track of them. I don't know anymore. There's just too many. Real quick, finally got this guy finished up. He's got his little green nose there now. He's so cute. Nova's gonna unmute Maul. It's the 7 that came out in PC last. Okay? How about this? Is this the one with Matthew Mercer, Vincent Valentine? Because I remember seeing a video on Instagram of him finding out that he's going to be playing Vincent Valentine, and he was just so happy. It was just like so pure. But anyway, so Cactus Cat finally has their nose on right. And Nova, you remember the bongo I was working on yesterday, the smaller gray speckled one? Yes. He's got a face.
I'm watching on the Twitch stream and it is very delayed. Hi everybody.
Hey Nova, I'm so sorry that it's delayed. Can everybody hear Nova okay? Okay, I can barely hear them, so Nova, you might not have to worry about it anymore, because I don't know if we got this set up right. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do a couple things real quick. Where is my Discord? There. I disconnected the Discord call just because that's not gonna work out, so gonna throw a message to vendor frienders. We will experiment another time. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright. Well, that's one less thing I have to worry about in the sense of Discord. I can just, work on other things. So, we got our adorable little Kirby-faced Bongo the Confidence Squid. He's a little bit too big to be a keychain, even though I use the keychain pattern, but you know what? That's okay. He's still super cute. Somebody's gonna love him. I also made this little guy yesterday at Nova's house. Smaller Bongo the Confidence Squid, but this one is a keychain. And then the other thing I made, giant Bongo the Confidence Squid. He's so happy to see you. Where's the right arm? There it is. Hello, everybody! Alright. So, last time we streamed, we started the Rainbow Mothman, which exclamation point pattern in the chat gets you the pattern link. Exclamation point coffee tells you about the coffee I'm drinking tonight, which is Punk Bunny's oh god, what is it called? Last drive, or hold on. You know things I can do myself? Put things into there. Last Ride In by Punk Bunny Coffee. It's really good. Also, this is one of my favorite mugs that Kit got me for my birthday last year. Oh yeah, you got a point. Hold on. There we go. I mean, you're in the chat, Nova. I have no idea how it's set because I haven't messed with any of that. But I got it figured out. I got it updated, so we're good there. Alright, so we've got You thought I would be on Discord. I did, but you're still here. Indeed. Alright, so this is how far we got last time on our Rainbow Mothman. We got up to yellow. And I've got over here on my screen my notes on how many stripes of each color. So this is 15. We need to go through 18 in yellow, except for round 16. Because round 16 is actually where we're going to be adding in the frill yarn, which as soon as I find that, I had it over here and it got buried somehow. Bongo, did you steal my yarn? Bongo, please. There it is. Found it. So this is Lion Brand's cover story Dreamland yarn, and this is Rainbow. I think this is going to make a really cute frill, and then around the top of Mothman's antenna, and then all around the wings is what we're going to do, which I'm trying to figure out how to do the wings, because I am not going to try and make rainbow striped wings, so I don't know what color I should make them. If anybody has any suggestions, throw them into chat. Alright, so... Stay there, yarn. Come on, work with me. Okay. So this is going to be all done in the front loop only, and it's going to be interesting, because this is a way smaller hook that I would usually use with this size yarn. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so... Second. So basically, I have to do a DC... Oh, wait a second. I almost forgot to pull out my other yarn real quick. This will be an interesting thing, let me tell you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off this last stitch here by pulling some of this yarn through, like I did with all the color changes last time. Oh, I can already tell that this is going to look nice. Alright, so the rest of the way around, it's just a double crochet increase, which is what we just did, followed by a half double, just a single half double crochet, and I just have to do that around to make our frill here. Hopefully it looks as good as I think it's going to. If not, this will be another one for the example pile and not actually go to a market, which, speaking of markets, I got into the big gay pride market in June, so there's going to be probably a lot more streams that'll force me to get stuff done, because I will need a lot of stuff. I will need a lot of pride stuff. So how's everybody's Sunday going? I did next to nothing today. Well, the first part of the day I did next to nothing. I just sat out in the living room and switched between watching Forensic Files, and then I went to Ghost Files. No, wait, The Dead Files. There's so many Files shows, you guys. And then around, I want to say around 1:30, I got it in my head that I had to like clean my entire room. It didn't completely happen, but I got the stream set up a little bit better. So like I said, monitors over here with OBS and my pattern and the notes I need for the pattern. Everything else is on this screen. Which, before I forget... Yay! Thank you for coming back, Nova. What was it? Aha! Internet Auntie Paxie's Coffee, Craft, and Chill playlist that I made around, I want to say, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Giving it a try, because yesterday, oh, I did this totally wrong. What am I doing? There we go. Yesterday was craft day at Nova's house, and they had a bunch of really good music playing, and they were like, well, this is on Spotify with Game Chops, and you can use that for streaming. I'm like, oh, so I do. So I made that playlist up, and now if you guys want to check it out, there it is. I will probably add more to it at some point, but right now it's, I think I said 147 songs. Bounding from 2 days of spring cold, but I got a lot of knitting done today and trying to decide what my next weave is going to be. The weave I really want to do right now is not done spinning the yarn for. Gotcha. Oh, Moogle, it is super late where you are. Go to bed, get some good sleep. We'll talk some other time. You have a good night, buddy. Yes, sleep well, Moogs. Bye. I did this completely wrong again. That's one of the biggest problems I'm running into is I like start talking to you guys and I forget where I am. But you know what? That's okay because I'd rather be hanging out with you guys while I do this rather than just sitting and staring at the TV. Hi, Pepper. Hi, sweet girl. You gonna try and come up here? Come on. No, you just want me to give you scritches under the chair? Do you want to come say hi to the internet? Pepper, come here, girl. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Pepper, come on. Oh, you guys haven't. Well, some of you have, but not all of you have seen Pepper yet. This is my Pepita. Pepita Bonita. She's my old girl. Had her since 2014. I adopted her on my birthday that year. Nope, you're not liking that? You gonna cause problems on purpose? Yeah? Hold on, let me try and move some stuff. Appreciate if you didn't step on the mouse. Hi, sweet girl. Yes, I love you so much. You gonna hang out up here while I'm crocheting? That's fine. You can hang out up here while I'm crocheting. Auntie Kayla says hi. Hello, Auntie Kayla. Check Chezzy's Floof's post and she posted my hammy and you can hear him chirping. I will do that later, Moogle. Thanks for letting me know. I love hamsters. They're so cute. Yes, I know you want to snuggle, but I'm kind of crocheting on the internet right now. Look, there you are. Aww. Love you. But yeah, Pepper has been with me since 2014. She is a very good girl. She's got some health issues, but we take care of them, which remind me after the stream to give you your meds, okay, Pep? I know you're not going to, but maybe by telling myself that, I will remember. Please don't stand on the computer. You are the star of the show now, aren't you, sweetheart? Yeah. Okay. Is that all? Yep, okay. So, that's the frill, and I think that looks super cute. So, hi. Yes, I love you. I love you so much. But you're making it hard for people to see my hands while I'm trying to do the internet stuff. Don't pull its head and step on the power button. Oh, see, I have a box that contains the power strip for all of my computer stuff because between Pepper and Ziggy and at the time Elwood, people were just stepping all over my thing and turning off my computer while I was working. So, yeah. It was funny the first time. Are you saying hi to all your adoring fans? No, you're not even on camera. Well, you're kind of on camera. You're right here. And you're getting cat hair all over me. Yeah? Bonk. Love you too. Alright, so. Gonna fasten off Dream Yarn, which I'm glad I found this small bit of it earlier today because I didn't want to start a new skein of it. This was just the perfect size for this. Hopefully I'll be able to use it for the rest of the stuff I've got to do. All right. So we're going to fasten that off, and I'll weave that in a little bit later. Okay, before we go any further, this guy needs some stuffing. So I'm going to reach around here. Thought I had everything out where I can get to it easily, but I need my poking stick. And then my bag of stuffing is down here on the floor. There's birds chirping outside my window, guys. I have no idea what kind. I'm not that good with birds. I just looked up and we've been streaming for 23 minutes already. My goodness, it doesn't seem that long. Does it, Pep? Look, I had a lovely, lovely bed positioned over here that you could be laying on right now, but no, you decided you didn't like it. So now you gotta share the computer desk with 5 million other things. Oh, do you want down? Okay, bye, Pep. You be good. Love you. So that was Pepper. We probably won't see Ziggy unless he comes in and sleeps on my bed, and I could just move the camera over there. Alright, so I don't need my poke and stick just yet because I can still get my fingers down in there and... My goodness, this thing. Just look at that, my gosh. We usually have to more worry about Bandit stepping on the computer because he has done that. Like, I'm pretty sure I was in the middle of a run for Power Up with Pride. I think they've changed their name now. I don't remember. But I was running Sonic 2 and Knuckles, and something just happened. I don't know what. Dave! Hey, Dave! Thank you for following. How you doing, buddy? Don't mind me. There's good music playing. I have no rhythm whatsoever, so... But yeah, we were in the middle of that, and Bandit jumps up on the streaming laptop while I'm running. I'm like, Bandit, no! Bandit, no! Tiny little knucklehead. Alright, so let's get back to this. Alright, so where am I? I'm on round 17. In the unloosed loops of round 15, single crochet insert around. Okay, so... So, if you can see in here, there's these yellow loops around the inside. Those are the unused back loops from the first one. Dave, it has been forever. It is so good to see you. I have just been so busy with other things, and then I decided that I was going to start doing craft streams. Sunday night's a good night for craft streams because my beloved has a weekly standing phone call with her mom. So I usually just kind of sit out in the living room and stare at whatever's on the TV and do this anyway. So I thought, why not do it so that I can talk to people, have some companionship. And also, as I was saying earlier, I got into the big gay pride market in June, so I have a lot of plushies that need to get made. Also, if someone could put exclamation point breakthrough in the chat, I am doing a fundraiser for Breakthrough T1D. They used to be the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, but now they're Breakthrough T1D. And me and a bunch of other streamers are doing streams to raise money for that charity. On May 16th, there's going to be a bunch of different streamers. Hold on. Oh, Dave, that's so nice. I'm glad you still use that hat. I'm glad you still like that hat. What was I saying? Okay, on May 16th, a bunch of streamers who are also makers, crafters, are going to be doing different streams where they just do crafting for the other time, for the entire time. I am probably going to be making a bunch of Bongo the Confidence Squids because, which, by the way, this is Bongo the Confidence Squid. He believes in you. If you donate $50 through my link, I think that was my link. I honestly don't know anymore. I'm on there somewhere. I know that. If you donate $50 to my link, which somebody let me know if I need to adjust that later, I will make you a random Bongo the Confidence Squid keychain. That's what these are called. Random Confidence Squid keychain will be yours for $50 to the charity. But we have this guy now. I made this guy yesterday while I was crafting at Nova's. We got this little guy who I made a little while ago. He's a little limp right now because I took a heat gun to him, and I gotta see if I can fix that. I'll explain the heat gun in a moment. And then we got this guy. This one. This guy is a little bit bigger than the others because I used posh yarn. I gotta figure out lighting because it's like dark over here and then super bright down here. We're in my bedroom / home office / small business warehouse, so I do what I can. And then this guy I also made yesterday, and I put a Kirby face on him because I had the stuff to do it. So yeah, I will be making these about this size keychains for anybody who donates $50 through my link. I will update my link if I need to. All right, where was I? Okay, this is an increase one. I have to go back around and count and make sure I got enough in here. There is cat hair all over this guy, so I'm going to have to take my trusty little lint roller to him later. And I'm just realizing I forgot to put a stitch marker into the first stitch. But the nice thing is that you can really tell where it is on this from this fluff here over to this one. By the way, if anybody has any crocheting questions, throw them in the chat. I do like to chatter. I do like to answer questions. I'm probably going to be starting like crochet classes on here at some point. Because the nieceling has been trying to do crochet, and I can't always be around to assist the nieceling with such things. So I'm thinking about doing like crochet classes. You just noticed this was a brand new channel? Yes, this is a brand new channel that I made specifically for doing crafting streams. We are hopefully going to start doing game streaming again soon, but let's face facts here, people. I'm getting married in November. A lot has to happen between now and November. So yeah, it's been a thing, y'all. Oh, so well, Dave, you weren't here last time because wait, did you find this through Arg's channel? Did the notification work? Because I had to figure that out on not on my own, but everything changed so much in Arg's channel that I couldn't figure out how to make myself go live or to post in the going live channel, and then somebody else had to explain it to me, and they seemed like they were annoyed that I didn't know how to do it. Anyway, my name is now officially Paxie Rose Monroe. Monroe was my paternal grandmother's last name. I loved her very much, and I miss her so much. And it was Katie's idea to honor her by because we both kind of wanted to change our last names, but I didn't want to keep mine, and hers is kind of long, and people keep spelling it wrong. So Katie actually suggested that we go with Monroe to honor my grandmother, who honestly would have adored Katie so much. And so that's what we're doing, and I went through everything that needed to be done to legally change my name in the United States of America, and it was something else. Because first you have to go to the courts and say, hey, I want to change my name, and here's the money you want me to give you, and here's the application and everything. And then you have to go to a newspaper. They tell you which newspaper to go to. You go to that newspaper, and you have to pay more money to put into the newspaper for 3 consecutive weeks that you are changing your name. This can be not done if you are changing your name to like get out of a domestic violence situation or something like that. Honestly, they're just trying to make sure that you aren't doing it for nefarious reasons, which I'm not. I've already told most everybody who needs to know that my name has been changed. So after the 3 weeks, you get to go to the court and talk to a judge, and basically, I found you as you came up as streaming as we're friends on Discord. Oh, nice. Didn't know that worked. That's cool. I gotta weave this in better later. So you talk to the nice judge who was very nice. And you basically answer all the questions that you answered on the thing that you filled out. And then they tell you, okay, your name is now this. Congratulations. They asked me if I had anything planned for the rest of the day. I'm like, no, my fiance is not feeling great, so I'm gonna go home and hang out and just chill for the rest of the day. And then after that, you have to make an appointment with the Social Security office. The Social Security office was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I actually drove over there the day of thinking I could just maybe get in real quick. No, you need to make an appointment. Otherwise, you will be there forever. Made an appointment, showed up a little bit early because I'm paranoid about being late. Got over right away. They took my old Social Security card and destroyed it for me, and I should be getting my new one in the mail in, I think they said 4 to 6 weeks, and we're on week 2? Yeah, week 2. Yep, that's everything. That's the whole kit and caboodle of changing your name in the United States of America. Hopefully, it's going to be easier for Katie when she changes hers. Now I got to count real quick, so I'm not ignoring you. I'm counting stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, we have the right amount of stitches. Good job, us. Okay. And then 2 single crochet increase around. I'm going to do something real quick because I got a little bit of a gap right here that I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do I'm going to go into where I made the first stitch and actually create a decrease that will pull the stitches together a little bit more. So there, now that gap I had is gone, and it just looks a lot neater as I continue on in my continuous spiral. The sonic music is so soothing. I love it. Thank you for the suggestion about Spotify, Noah. I really appreciate it. This is nice. Like, before we had Chillhop, which I will still probably use Chillhop every once in a while. But, this is nice. It's a little bit different, and it's sonic music. How can you not like sonic music? Alright, so let me look here. 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so I'm already seeing that I do want to make an adjustment with my colors here, because technically yellow is supposed to be rounds 15 through 18, which 15, 16, 17, that's 4 rows, but one of the rows is actually this rainbow part here, and so that's going to be less yellow. So what I'm going to do is just change my things here. So this goes to round 19, and then orange will start on round 20. I am so happy I wrote this down before I started trying to make it, because it's just so much easier to just go through and make edits as I go. Alright, where am I? Oh, I went too far because I was yapping again. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this one's supposed to be a increase. Oh yeah. Mystic Cave Zone is such a banger. But yeah, Dave, I actually do have both the Skulls and Cupcakes Twitch and this Twitch linked to my my Discord name, so it should pop up that I'm streaming no matter what channel I'm on. Okay. I'm gonna have to go hard with the lit roller on this guy because Pepper got cat hair all over him. Which, depending on how this one turns out, the big game market always has a raffle that they do for a local charity, and I usually donate a prize for that. For the winter market, I did a Cthulhu, which was very, very well loved. I might do one of these guys, if not this exact guy, for the raffle. You don't get to hear this music when you play All Emeralds. Not All Emeralds, when you play New Game Plus, because you can change into Super Knuckles right away, and then the music turns into da 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna check something real quick while I'm thinking of it. I'm actually checking that Tiltify link because I don't know what I did. Okay, I linked to all of the current fundraisers. Let me see if I can get to my specific one, because I think I'm on a different page. Let me see here. There I am. Okay. Now, the real question, will they let me put a link in my own chat? They did! Yay! Okay. So that is the link for Breakthrough TD1 Creators for a Cure for my specific page. So if you want your own little Bongo the Confidence Squid, of course he'll be more this size because it's going to be a keychain. I just thought that was a fun little personalized thing I could do, and then the day of the actual streams, I will just be sitting here making a bunch of bongos. For those who don't know the story, Bongo the Confidence Squid is basically it's just the squid emoji that you have in basically anywhere. I know it's on Apple. I don't know anything about, like, Android or anything, but Bongo, one day I was being really, really down on myself and not believing in myself, and Katie sent me the emoji of Bongo and said, "Bongo the Confidence Squid believes in you." And that's just become a thing. Like, the shortcut for that emoji in my phone now is Bongo, is like the brackets and then Bongo. Which Katie's already got some like emotes and stuff in the works for me, which I don't think I have the ability to do those right now because I'm not an affiliate. But when I do, I'm going to have her do a Bongo the Confidence Squid emote. She's also got some other things in mind for me, so that's always nice. It's nice having your own personal artist who loves you to death. Alright, what do we got next? Alright. So this will be the last row of yellow, and I'm still a little nervous that it's not going to be enough. But, if I remember correctly... No? I thought I had extra rows for the red at the top, but maybe not. We'll just have to see how this turns out and then make adjustments later. Hi, Pepper. Have you returned? Look, I'm not picking you up. If you want to get up here, you have to jump up on the table like the rest of the cats. How's the camera setup working? Oh, hi, Pepper. You gonna jump up here? Like, I feel like you guys can see my hands pretty well, because the last stream I had this camera was, like, right here in front of my computer, and it was hard for me to type. This seems to be working a little bit better. Oh my gosh, I love that emote, Dave. That's a good one. So the Internet Auntie Paxie's Coffee, Crafts, and Chill playlist is a mixture of mostly, like, Game Hop's Sonic music and then Game Hop's Stardew Valley music and a little bit of Animal Crossing thrown in. Because Nova gave me a bunch of recs. I have not yet figured out how to put what I'm listening to on the screen. That's a future problem. Oh, thank you, Nova. According to Spotify, this is 3 p.m., so that's a Stardew Valley song. Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just messing around. This is my first time really using Spotify, so I have no idea what I'm doing. I've managed to not break anything. Yeah, good point, Nova. Now that I'm listening to it, yeah, that probably is Animal Crossing. It's funny, I restarted my Animal Crossing island a few weeks ago, and this is the first week that KK is, like, on my island, like, just traveling to the island, not that I got him and then he's there. And yesterday was the first bug off of the season, so of course he didn't come yesterday because the bug off, and he came today. And I'm like, yay, KK's on my island! And Katie said something along the lines of, The good dog does not come on the holy day, or something like that. What did she say? I'm gonna find it. Come on, Discord, work with me. Thank you. I know she put the comment into Gregory, so I gotta go to Gregory. On the Lord's Day, the singing dog does not come on the Lord's Day. That's what she said. It was hilarious. Once again, this is Punk Bunny Coffee in my mug that Katie got me for my birthday. Punk Bunny Coffee is actually done by the band Green Day. It's really good coffee. I found it at Hy-Vee, but exclamation point coffee will get you a link to this specific blend and, of course, by extension, their website. Nova, you are killing this mod thing. So my thinking is, at the very least, we will get the rest of Bongo's main body done, which I gotta figure out eyes. Oof. My chest of eyes is over here, and I'm just trying to figure out. I got some decent sized ones that should work. It just depends on how weird we want to get with this. Speaking of going to get a coffee, do it, Dave! Get weird? Okay. I mean, this guy's already getting there, so why not? Okay, I gotta check my stitches real quick, because I have more stitches coming up than I should. Oh, Kayla wants coffee? That's a surprise. 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Six, 37, 38. Okay. I was seeing the stitch that the stitch marker is in and thought it was part of the stitches that I still had to go into. We are actually doing quite fine. All right. All right, so this is supposed to be the end of the yellow, which I'm hoping when it gets more stuffing into it, it shows off a little bit more. But for right now, not going to make any more changes right now. Too late in the day. Yeah. Coffee doesn't affect me. I could drink espresso at 9 p.m. and probably still be out by 10. I'm one of those few people who just genuinely likes the taste of coffee. I think maybe when it was younger, it probably did something for me, but it definitely does not now. All right. Got my orange over here. Just got to find the end that I work with. This is often a many-handed operation. No, not the lack of decaf. I actually, like, sometimes if I really, really need to be, like, put myself to sleep, I will drink decaf. Like, decaf actually does help me sleep, but regular caffeine does nothing for me. Come on, work with me. There we go. Sometimes my fingers just don't want to do what they're supposed to do. Ooh, that's rough, Nova. Conveniently, all of the orange is just single crocheting around, so I don't have to worry about messing anything up for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to try to turn the music up a little bit, see if that... There. It doesn't seem to be messing with my microphone at all, so... Again, this is my first time using this, so I have no idea how it's supposed to work. There's probably like certain scenes that are supposed to be set up for different things, but I have everything on one scene and then I just turn it on and off that way. I have a Stream Deck, but it's all set up for Skulls and Cupcakes stuff. Like, I don't know if it's still set up for it. I might have to go in and, like, figure out how to update it, because every time I turn it on, it's like, you have an update for this! Great, update! And then it just spins forever and ever. But, yeah, I had it set up so that when I would push the button, it would start the timer when I was speedrunning, and then it would stop the timer when it was speedrunning. It was great. Okay, you're definitely going to be able to see where the color changes are on here, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's going to be cute no matter what, so... As I've gotten older, I've definitely stopped trying to be perfect on these things. Somebody's going to find it cute, and 90% of people aren't going to notice any of the problems that you see anyway. There's been times when I've taken something to Katie and I'm like, oh, this happened, I'm not happy with it, and she's like, if you hadn't pointed it out, I wouldn't have noticed. I have a bunch of different pride yarns from Big Twist, their living line, which thankfully I managed to stock up because they're going away. I would really love for Joann's to just, like, come back as just an online only store. That would be amazing. Like Bed Bath & Beyond has done, and a couple other places. Like, I think Payless is just an online shoe store now. Whoa, got my cord caught there. Yeah, seamless color changes are insane. I've seen one that's like, you have two different colors of yarn, you go into the stitch and pull in the color of yarn that's down here, and then you go through this way with the color of yarn you're changing to. And I just look at that like, why? Why would I do this? Also, since I haven't done it enough, that my tension on it is really loose. Yeah, it would be easier to explain if I had two different colors here. I could try and show it when I go over to the red. Okay. I will say, the nice thing about doing striping is that you can see, like, I know that I started in the orange on round 20, so I'm like 20, 21, and I've got 2 more rows after this one, so that's nice. Whereas a lot of times I will mark, when I have to do a bunch of just lines of single crochet around, I will take another stitch marker, mark the line that I start doing just the round of single crochet, and keep going until I am done. And then hopefully remember to take the stitch marker out. So looking up knitting knitting is like double pointed witchcraft, okay? I can do some things in knitting. I have somehow managed to knit a cat, and I've done a couple scarves and a hat. Anything beyond that is too complicated, and I refuse. You want the Nova method of keeping track of rows. I will hear the Nova method of keeping track of rows. And then I will inform you why it wouldn't work for me. If that's actually a thing, because it might not, because I'm crazy like that. Take a pile of stitch markers. When you finish one, move one to a new pile. When you have enough in the new pile, you're done. That's probably a good thing that you don't do that anymore, because I'm looking at that and I'm like, yep, I would forget. I would forget to move one from one pile to the other. I can see the theory behind it, but I would definitely forget to do it. Like, I have a reminder on my phone to take my medicine that is also linked to giving my cat her medicine, because I love my cat more than I love myself most of the time. So I will get up, give my cat her medicine, and then since I'm already up, I will just take my own. Oh my. There is a standoff happening in the doorway of my room. Let me see if I can move the camera over and show you guys. Okay, so if you can see, there's Pepper leaving, but for the little bit, Pepper and Ziggy were just laying there staring at each other. Hi, Zig. Oh, kitty cats. Let's get this repositioned. There we go. No, Pepper was keeping Ziggy out of the bedroom. That's just what Pepper does. Pepper, they've been living together since 2018, and Pepper will just not accept that Ziggy's not going anywhere. Hi, Zig. You can come in if you want. It's okay. Do you want to be on the internet? Oh, hi, Pepper. You coming back? If I jump suddenly, it's because Pepper has jumped from the tote beside me up onto the computer and probably going to knock over a camera. The annoying thing about this setup is that I'll have to find a place to put the other monitor when I'm not using it. I haven't figured that part out yet. That is an after stream problem, because this area is also where I do my day job. And unfortunately, I can't rig my computer to my work monitors, because one, I don't own them. They belong to my work. And two, I don't think there's an actual way to do that. If there was, I'd be all over it, because then I'd have like 3 monitors instead of just 2. Okay, 20, 21, 22. All right, one more row of orange, and then we're going to finish off with the red. The pattern maker, Moms Stitchetti, she actually does eyes too, and I have some of her eyes coming. She had some mystery boxes, and I can't resist a good mystery box. Like, one of these years for my birthday, I'm just going to ask everybody to bring me mystery boxes of things that I like. So, a bunch of Sonic mystery boxes, witchy stuff mystery boxes, coffee mystery boxes. Just screw me up, y'all. I'm trying to be a little bit more family friendly on this channel. It's going well so far. All right. Gotta get my pattern in front of OBS real quick. Oh, you know what? I was just saying I didn't know what I wanted to do with the wings. To compensate for like the little yellow you see here, I could do yellow wings, and then around the outside, the border of the wings would be this stuff. I think that'll look really nice. We're gonna find out. Don't mind me just bebopping. Yeah, you can't see behind me, but Pepper's behind me on the bed now. Ah, you're fine, Dave. I said I'm trying. That doesn't mean I'm ever going to succeed. Have you seen the coffee mug that I'm using? Which, I need to make myself a Be Right Back stream because I didn't fill my carafe with coffee to bring in here with me, and I'm almost out of coffee and I would like more. And while I don't think you guys would care if you just stared at my room for a bit while I went and got coffee, it's a little weird. Also, there's definitely something not family friendly on my wall behind me. It is a picture that a friend got me for Christmas that says, let me just read it. Don't bother me, I'm busy getting good at stupid fucking bullshit I hate. There goes the family friendly. Alright, so, we got the orange done. Yeah, I'm just gonna go grab some coffee real quick. Guys, behave while I'm gone. Mods, you're in charge. Be back. Pepper, entertain everybody. Okay, I'm back. That didn't take long. Nova, how could you? Good job running amok, guys. Alright. Okay, so, I probably should mention, hashtag not an ad. Me telling you what coffee I'm drinking is not an ad. Nobody's paying me for this. I'm just telling you what coffee I'm drinking. Which, once again, this is, Last Drive-In by Punk Bunny Coffee, which is Green Day's coffee, and it's really good. I will be getting more of this. Last time we had Bones Coffee, thanks to my mother-in-law, because she sent... I hate having to charge her for things, but she won't take no for an answer, so I keep telling her to send me coffee. Last Ride-In, that's what it is. So, I made Niesling a couple of Pickle Boys, and one of them, instead of giving money for it, she got me a sampler pack of Bones coffee. It was like a box of 5 different coffees, and they're all really good. So the last one was S'morey Time, which very good. You can find Bones coffee around here at World Market, and I think they have... Kaylee, you can back me up on this, maybe. I think Walmart has their cold brew cans, which apparently Death Wish Coffee has cold brew cans now. There's a couple in my fridge, and I'm going to be trying those at some point. Found those at Five Below. Once again, hashtag not an ad. I'm gonna have to make a thing in Stream Elements. It's like hashtag not an ad. Nova. We now wait in silence for Nova to say what she wants to say to me. And forgive me for using she and not they. I'm sorry, Nova. I'm so sorry. Music got a little loud when you came back to the room, not sure... There, I've moved closer to my microphone. Does that help? I was back a little bit from my microphone, so that might have been it. Pronouns are she, they, it is fine. Okay. Alright, what am I doing? 3 single crochet decrease. Okay. There are memes on Instagram that are like, just a whole bunch of crocheting terms and people being like, what? The music actually got louder? That was something on Spotify's end then, because I did not change anything. Gosh darn it, Spotify. But honestly, I think we had that problem with the other thing I was using too. Like Amber told me something. What is the name of that? Hold on. What is it called? Tuna? No, she told me about Music Bee, and then there's this thing called Tuna for Discord that is supposed to make it so you can like put the music on the bottom of the screen. So okay, it was probably just the music getting louder in general. So anyway. Oh, it's actual bubblegum KK. This is so cool. I love bubblegum KK. Nova, if you happen to find a version of a KK Condor that's like this, or Game Chops or Lo-Fi or something, let me know. KK Condor is my favorite KK song. It was the first one I got on my first island when I first played New Horizons. Which New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing game I actually played. Like, I got my hands on New Leaf, the DS, whatever the DS one was. Oh, goodbye, Yarn. I got my hands on whatever the DS one was while I was at UW Whitewater, but I didn't actually like play it because you only got the game for a week. So I did a lot of time travel and just screwing around. I'm glad that when that came out, Katie had already pre-ordered it from somewhere, and I'm like, you know what? I've got the money right now. I might as well get it too, and we'll start together. So it's been a good game. I like it a lot. And just every now and then I get bored, decide, you know what? I need a new island, and I did that recently. So now my island is currently called Hydro City. There is a space between, so there is no confusion. Hydrocity isn't a word. I'm sorry. I'm with T-Lopes on that. So guys, my grandparents, they're old. You know, as grandparents tend to be. And they're having a big anniversary party this year, which I was like, yeah, that makes sense. They're old. It's their 60th wedding anniversary in June. And Katie and I were talking about it, and she's like, you know what? It's kind of cool that we are getting married exactly 60 years after they got married. I'm like, that is really cool, actually. So I made sure to tell my mom that because my mom likes knowing things like that, which shout out to my mom saving the day today. One of my vendor friends, Ash, there's two Ashes, so the other Ash makes stuff with Furbies, so I'll probably refer to them as Furby Ash, or if they show up in chat, they're WikiTac. Not Furby Ash. That's not a good way of doing it. I'll figure something out. Ash posted a picture of a flower and was like, people keep saying that these are wood violets, and they are not wood violets. Does anybody know what they are? And I'm like, hang on, let me, ooh, 8-bit covers. I do love 8-bit covers. I said, hang on, let me send a picture to my mom because my mom's really good with flowers. And I did. And mom said things. Mom said that the flower is the glory of the snow flower. They occasionally come in purple or pink, and she has a bunch of them in her lawn. So that was nice to be able to pass on to Ash, because apparently while Ash was trying to get a picture of it, they twisted their ankle. So hopefully they are getting some rest right now. Okay. Alright, so this is 2 single crochets and then a decrease. We are in the final stretches of our Rainbow Mothman. I feel like some of the colors I should have gone with different shades. Like maybe this purple and the blue maybe could have been... I feel like the purple should have been darker and then the blue should have been lighter. But you know what? I've got other yarn that I can experiment with. And the big gay market is coming. And I will need a bunch of gay stuff. We were talking in vendor frienders, a couple people, this is going to be their first big game market, and they're like, I don't know how much to bring, and I'm like, you know what? If you think you have enough, no you don't. Bring more. I personally have not yet sold out all of my stuff at a big game market, but I know people who have. Okay. Sometimes crocheting with my ring on is weird and like my ring moves around. I'm very much looking forward to having my wedding band, which doesn't have like a giant gem on it, but I made this necklace so I can put my ring somewhere, like if I'm washing my hands or something and not risk losing it. So I'm just gonna put this on my necklace for right now so I don't have to worry about it moving while I'm trying to crochet. Watch, I'll have the same problem with my wedding band too, that it just I feel it moving around and have to take it off while I crochet. I love this little necklace. It's just, this is like a keychain hook that I got from somewhere. This here. And then this is a Celtic crow pendant. And then this little coffee, my mom got me this on a necklace and I just threw that on there recently. I will give Kit hugs for you, Dave. Don't worry. Weren't you going to go to sleep? It is very late where you are, Dave. Hello, Tasty Volcano. Thank you for coming in. And yes, any hand jewelry. Sometimes it honestly depends on the yarn I'm using. Like worsted weight, I don't usually have a problem, but this and like other thicker blanket yarns, I do have a problem with. So I have to take my ring off. Also, I think I know who you are. Do you sew plushies? That's what I thought. Okay. No, we're gonna allow that. That is not the Automod. I appreciate you, but that is okay. I thought it was you. Hi, dear. Which I saw that chicken plushie that you put into Vendor Frienders, and oh my gosh, I am so sorry that it takes as much to make a small one as a big one, and it doesn't. You would still have to charge the same price. I understand that pain. Like, to be perfectly honest, there are probably a lot of things I crochet that are bigger than others, and I should probably be charging the same price for the same size, but I don't. Look, I'll be the first to admit I don't expect this to be an overly profitable business. I do this, one, to get rid of yarn, and two, because I like going to markets and seeing people. Like, that's as introverted or extroverted as I get. I did it again. I needed to make a decrease here. I get talking and I forget what I'm doing. There we go. All right. We have like 2 rows left on this. So real quick, we got to put the eyes on. So I'm going to put this down and look over here, which is where my eyeball chest is. And Nova said to get crazy. So let me pull down some drawers with some crazy stuff in them. I've got multiple drawers of crazy stuff apparently. I've been convinced to do yes, please do a mega chicken. Please, oh please, oh please. That would be amazing. All right, we got some crazy eyes and hello. Hi. Do you want to come be on camera? Hey, buddy. Look. Well, you gotta be on camera now. Come on. Got him. This is Ziggy. Ziggy is meowing at me because he's hungry. And I bet if I went out there right now, there would still be food in all those dishes. Ziggy's got a cold right now. I actually made him... Here, you can get down. Goodbye, buddy. You're a good boy. I will feed you later. Anyway. I don't know if you can hear that. He's sneezing a lot right now, so we think he has a cold. But I actually took him into the bathroom earlier today while I took a shower and like had the water running super hot, so like the entire bathroom was steamed up, so he could just breathe in the steam and hopefully clear out his nasal passages. Okay, I was grabbing something else when he started making noise. Come here. Okay. Oh, where are they? Where did I put them? Oh, they're down here. Okay. All right, eye options. So the crazier ones I have might actually be too big. So let's see here. I don't want to put a bunch of them in there because if you can see here how big the ends are, if some of these ends are bigger than the ones I end up using, there's going to be a little bit of a gap. So, all right, but first we have these. Ooh. So I can put them in like that for extra craziness. We've got some nice orange dragons. Trying to get these centered a little bit. There we go. Got these a little while ago, and I managed to... Those are not the same eye. There we go. Alright, so then we got these ones. These ones. I'm already kind of leaning towards the rainbow ones I showed you guys first, but I am going to go through and show you the rest of the ones that I've got. Alright, my goodness. There are so many in here that are like... I couldn't really sort them by color because there were so many different colors, but they were multiple similar designs. Like, I have a bunch of these, but in different colors. So far, I have these blue ones. I have purple. There's some green. Pink and blue. We got these ones. Yes, I realize that these are two different ones. These ones, I think I showed both of these already. And then another purple one. We're not done. I have like 3 more bins to go. You know, I'm just gonna... That one. That might have been the same one. There's an orangey. There we go. I will figure out how these camos work eventually. Purple ones look good too? Okay. There's that one. We got these 2. There is one more I do want to... You know what? I'm not going to go through the next bin. There's one more I got to show you, but it takes work. Because it's a clear glass eye that you have to put a circle behind. Which, are these the only ones I have? I feel like I have more of these. So anyway, here's the eye. And then I've got, looks like, pink, green, yellow, purple, gold that I could put behind those, but hold on. Oh, these ones are... Okay, these ones are probably too big, but I know I have smaller ones. These are another one that's a clear eye that you just put a circle behind. There's those. So, do we want to go rainbow? Is it going to be too much rainbow? Like, there honestly is such a thing as too much rainbow. Let me see if I can find the smaller version of these ones. No, there is such a thing as too much rainbow. It is definitely a thing that can happen. Here we go. Alright, so I put that on backwards. Good job, me. I'm a professional. Alright. So, here we go. We got the slitted eyes, that volcano light, and then these ones are just kind of a, you know, there's rainbow there, definitely. Are we thinking the slitted eyes? You know what? Go big or go home. And I'm already here, so I might as well go big. But, Alright, I gotta put all my, my drawers of eyes back now, because if I don't, something is gonna get knocked over. But hey, the good news, I have an empty drawer now. So I don't think I have any more eyes to put in there, but it's nice to know. Okay. I also have a ton of... This entire drawer is just green eyes that I bought for Sonic plushies. That is a thing I did. Oh, I messed up somehow. Things are not aligned properly. Hold on, I gotta change this or it's going to bug me until the end of time. Okay, so the big clear eyes that I showed you with the rainbow backing, these ones, the things that go on the back to hold them in place, I don't know, washers or whatever they're called, do not fit in the same bin. So I try to keep one stacked on top of the other so I don't lose them. It never works, but you know what? At least an attempt is being made. Dave, I'm going to show you something real quick. Let me just move this camera. You see this right here? That's my wall of eyeballs. I don't need any more right now. I'm trying to be very, very good and not buy more. Also, sorry if anybody got motion sick with the movement. There we go. Alright, so 20, 21, 22. Oh, guys, these might make him too powerful. They also might be too big. Alright, are we ready? Oh my gosh, y'all, I think we have to do it. Do we do it? Also, I think I need to center them a little bit better, but oh my gosh. Okay, do they seem centered okay? I don't want to stuff it until I get the eyes put in place, and oh, hold on, oh gosh. Y'all, I moved stuff around in my room, and I moved things, so I gotta find stuff. For those of you who weren't here when I made the cactus cat, what I do with safety eyes is something I learned off of, is Team Find everybody? Okay. What I do something with safety eyes that I learned off of Instagram, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut a little slit in this square I have here, and then I'm going to stick it over the end of my safety eye on the inside, and then I'm gonna take my washer and hopefully snap it into place. Okay, that was a snap. Oh god. Ah, that was another snap. So this is, thankfully I have not had another eye fall out since I started doing this. I've had a couple fall out, and honestly, if that happens to you, it's not your fault. It's the eye's fault for not staying in place. It just, sometimes it doesn't click in properly and it just pulls right out. But yeah, this is just cheap felt from the craft store. I have a whole bunch of it that I bought that I was going to make little felt ornaments with for the holidays, and I never did. I bought an eye tool from Moms Stitchetti's, and that's a lifesaver. I have multiple eye tools. They just never want to work right for me. Like, do I have one over here? I don't have any in here right now, but I have one of those ones. It's like a pair of pliers. It's not from Craft Easy Tools because I'm going to be honest, I don't trust Craft Easy Tools anymore. It's not because of their tools itself. It's because of how they did their Kickstarter. What they did, for those who don't know, what they did with their Kickstarter is they put down that they only needed $10,000 for a project to like make all of these snappy tool things. I think they're called snapper tools. I don't remember. But that wasn't anywhere near the amount they needed. They needed like, I think they said 100,000, if not more. But what they were trying to do was just make it seem like they had gotten to their goal really, really fast, so Kickstarter would give them more like advertising or something, which I understand, but I just personally can't trust them now. I can't. I'm sorry. The one I bought is probably even less trustworthy, but yeah, I can't do it. That's not to say they're not a good company. They are more likely than not a very good company. I personally just can't trust them. And I feel bad about it, but that's how it is. Alright. So, we've got our eyes in place. They are a little bit crooked, but you know what? I'm coming to the point where I really, really like them, like the eyes being crooked. It gives all of the plushies like their own little individuality. And the worst part is I understand what they were thinking. I just don't think they should have done it. I honestly think they could have done it on their own. And then the second time they did the Kickstarter, I think they did like a shorter amount of time. And I really think if they would have just done it for the full amount of time with completely open how much money they need, I think they still would have done it. Because there were a lot of people like Lexi from Vendor Frienders. Lexi was also like, oh my god, I got a pair of these and these are so awesome. Everybody should do it. They would have gotten the advertising they needed just from word of mouth. I'm gonna stop now because I really feel like I'm shit-talking them, and I don't want to do that. I don't like shit-talking people unless they really, really deserve it, and they don't. They're fine. It's me who's weird. All right. Next row. You can't see him, but Ziggy is outside my door, parked, waiting for me. Here's the thing: if I go out to the dining room right now, where the cat bowls are, there's gonna be food in at least 2 out of the 3. We have an interesting setup for how we feed our cats because Pepper kept getting bullied by the boys who would just like come over and start eating her food. So Bandit and Ziggy's wet food bowls are out in the dining room with their dry food. Pepper's dry food is out in the dining room next to the water fountain that they use because otherwise I would have to leave the sinks running 24/7. And then Pepper has her wet food over in the corner over there. And sometimes she tries to get me to feed her in my shower, and I'm like, no, I don't give in to terrorists. You're going to eat in the bedroom because it's already weird enough. Poor Mod Kayla. Mod Kayla comes and cat sits for Katie and I when we're out of town. And she has to deal with all 3 of them on her own. I don't know how she does it. Oh, Kayla, how's your niece? Is her arm better? I feel like it should be by now, but I have no concept of time. We don't sit with our cats when they eat a meal. One or both of them will try and eat the other's food, and they're both on specific. Oh gosh, yeah, that would be a pain. Thankfully, we don't have that. Pepper's on medication, but it's this. God bless whoever came up with pet medicine that just gets rubbed on the inside of their ears. Because before, I would have to tackle Pepper, put her in a headlock, and then shoot a syringe of medicine down her throat. It was unpleasant for everyone involved. Ziggy will come let me know if it is time. The other 2 are generally chill. That's nice. That sounds about right, honestly. She's good. She hasn't had any issues. Good, good. I'm so glad. Does she still like the Mothman I made her? It's okay if she doesn't. Some kids don't like that. More importantly, did she take the cast off the Mothman I gave her? Because I did that specifically so if she wanted to take the cast off, she could. That's the worst for giving meds. Yeah, the syringe is awful. I'm very, very happy that our vet is named Dr. Jenny. I keep calling her Nurse Jenny because of Pokemon. And Dr. Jenny is very much a cat person. Pepper loves her. So when she told me that was an option, I'm like, yes, I will pay extra to not have to put my cat in a stranglehold. All right, so the next row is going to be another decreased row, and then we'll have to sew it in. So let's get the stuffing in this guy's head, shall we? Oh, kitty cats, no. Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny, fair enough. But it's because of Pokemon. Let's just face facts. It's because of Pokemon. Can you imagine the uprising or like the outrage there would be if a Joy decided to become a police officer and then a Jenny actually did decide to become a nurse? That would be something else, wouldn't it? Oh my goodness. Guys, y'all. Very good. Firefly is kneading into my side and remind I need to trim his paws. I have that with Bandit right now. Which I'll have to post a picture to Discord later. I have a really cute picture of Bandit being in bed with me and he's laying on my legs. But he's also got one of his legs stretched out and it's like laying on top of the hand of one of my Knuckles plushies. It's adorable. Alright, so now we're gonna have to Don't mind me. There's a lot of these remixes I haven't heard before, and they're pretty great. Like when this one started, I thought it was Starlight Zone, but no, this is Hydro City. I'm kind of mad. I'm not good at music. Like, I used to sing in choir in school, but I can't actually read music. So I can't figure out how to make a Hydro City tune for my Animal Crossing island, which is also going to suggest skipping this track because it can get really loud. I can do that. That is legit, and I can totally do that. I gotta wake up my mouse and hopefully not accidentally turn off the stream. Oh snap, his world. Well, now it's too late, Nova. I listened to you, and it's too late to go back now. We're moving forward. Let me help you with making your Animal Crossing theme song into Hydro City. Yay! Guys, I have to tell you something. We have 5 different versions of the song Rainbow Connection on our wedding playlist. There are definitely way more than 5 different versions, but we have been going back and forth for a few weeks. We had like, I want to say like 3, maybe 400 songs on our wedding playlist, and we finally narrowed it down, and we were at 199 for a while. Oh, that's what my current theme is, Nova, the Sonic 2 boss theme. So we finally got it down to 199, and we've been going back and forth for a while trying to figure out what we were going to do for song 200. And then today, if you go to my Instagram, my regular Instagram, which is just aka the Cupcakes, there is the story on there is Weird Al Yankovic at Coachella singing Rainbow Connection with the cast of Yo Gabba Gabba and Paul Williams himself, who wrote the song. So that got us onto Pandora, which is where all of our wedding music is right now. We have the playlist on there, and Katie found one that is actual Paul Williams singing it. I'm like, add that to the wedding playlist, and she's like, that's it, we're at 200. So we now have 200 songs on the playlist, and honestly, we might just play this in the background during dinner, and then the music playlist is like for, everything else that happens at a wedding. I don't know. All right, so we got to sew his head together, or sew the gap in his head. Which, shout out to my little Perry the Platypus plushie that I made for myself. I was gonna sell this guy, but I lost his hat. I lost this hat like 3 months ago. I don't know where it is. So now this guy just sits on my desk, and when I make new plushie sticks, the plushie sticks go into Perry and just hang out there, and occasionally I use him to store my sewing needles. He's a good guy, that Perry. I have to make some more of him for the Big Gay Pride Market. He did really well last year. People just love Perry the Platypus. And eventually I'll figure out a good way for his hat to, like, not completely run away from him. The button thing was okay, but it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. Somebody has suggested magnets, and I don't know how I do a magnet. Alright, this yarn is notorious for breaking if I pull too tight, so we're just gonna, like, squeeze this together like so and hope for the best. Yep, we're fine, we did it. But yeah, our wedding playlist is one of the most eclectic playlists you'll ever hear. There's Frank Sinatra on there. I think we actually ended up taking off the Ninja Sex Party. We had one. No, I take that back. If we left the Ninja Sex Party on, it's some of their cover songs and not their we didn't leave First Date on there because, you know what? I don't want to give my grandparents a heart attack. I think Zoot Suit Riot's on there. There's some Stray Cats. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all look at them. This part turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, I love the song. Like, I think originally we were thinking of, like, when we left the reception to go out to First Date. But we're not doing that now. Oh, that song is beautiful. I love that song. It's hilarious. If you have not heard Ninja Sex Party's First Date, it's available on Pandora, and I think the music video is on YouTube. Hashtag not an ad, but hey, Daddy Sex Bang? Mostly because I want to talk about music with you, because you just seem like a nice guy who would like to talk about music. What am I doing? I'm grabbing my yellow, because we gotta make wings now. And we're gonna do the wings in yellow because, as previously mentioned, there's not a lot of yellow on this guy. So he's gonna just hang out over here in my little box that I got in the corner there. Oh, Tails Chow has been here the entire time, hasn't he? This is my little Tails Chow plushie that I made. The pattern for this is super easy and turned out really good. Love him. Stick you over here for right now, bud. There are a lot of plushies that I have. I never usually make myself anything. Like, I make stuff for other people and stuff to sell. And then I just, there's ones that, like, I don't want to sell because I think they're okay, but I don't think they're up to snuff for selling, so they just end up on my desk or in my room somewhere. Or they just are given to friends. I had to go check my Xmas Perry. I got the button to work by twisting the elastic and looping around the button again. Now the hat doesn't fall off. Nice! Yeah, the thing is, I want to make, because the whole thing with Perry is that he's got when he doesn't have his hat on, he's just a platypus, but then you put the hat on, Perry the platypus, and you can't not do the joke. Like, at this point, Dr. Doofenshmirtz should just realize that every platypus he runs into has a 99% chance of being Perry. So, the joke, being able to remove the hat and then put it back on and say the thing is part of the joke, but it's hard to keep the hat on when you don't want to do the joke. I am going to try magnets. I just got to figure out how to put a magnet in the hat. I have some ideas, but we'll see. That requires him having 2 brain cells. Fair. Alright. I need to scroll down a little bit because I'm skipping over the antenna for right now and making the wings. Alright. This is a really good version of Chemical Plant. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to have to go into this stitch here later. So I'm like making sure I can put my hook into it and not have it too tight. Alright, where am I? Okay. This is a hard one because I'm so used to like chaining one before I go into a next row. No, this one you skip the chain one and just go into the next stitch. You'd think by now I'd have this entire pattern memorized. Like, the body I can usually do from memory, but literally not anything else. Single crochet. 2 increase. Oh, this is a nice green hill. Okay, this is just a single crochet across. I'm gonna have to think about what to do for next stream because we're probably going to finish this tonight. If we don't completely finish it, I will try to have more willpower and not sew them together while I'm not on stream. Just with this guy, this poor guy, I'm like, no, I need to put you together. I'm so sorry. Which he's finally got the little green spot in the middle of his nose. It's not perfect, but somebody's gonna love him. I'm gonna have to make more of those cactus cats. I was very excited to find out those are cryptids, because as you know, cryptids, cuties, chaos. Okay. Increase, 4 single crochet, increase. Oh, Kayla, I have not gotten far at all on the weaving thing I bought. I've started it, I managed to change a color, and then I got distracted. But it is a nice little thing to do when I don't want to crochet something, and that little kit I got was nice. I've encountered a problem making hydro. Is it like the speed? single crochet, increase twice. One, two, increase, 1, 2, come on, yarn, please. Animal Crossing does not work in flats and sharps. You know what? That's fair. Yeah, I tried to find one on Google too, and nobody's posted it either. Or that I found. Alright, single crochet across. I want to say for most of my islands, I had the opening of City Escape as my Animal Crossing island theme. And right now it's the from the Sonic 2 boss music. Okay. Single crow, 3 singles, and an increase. Increase. 2 singles, increase. This is dynamite. I don't know if it was Arg that figured that out or if somebody told that to Arg, but curse them, because that's all I hear when I hear this song. Guys, I'm starting to wonder if the playlist is not chill enough for the chill streams. It might be too much. I can't tell. Alright. Okay, so single crochet and small cut. Or slip stitch small cut. 4 slip stitch a cut. And so what I'm doing right now is making the little bumps on the bottom of his wings. There, you can kind of see it better now. I need to figure out this lighting, my god. Game Chops is not chill, it's good, definitely more amped vibes. Yeah, I might have to go through this playlist and tone it down a little bit. They did recently put out an album that was called Sonic Sleep or something like that, and I know I have that on this playlist, so I might have to go through and take out some of these. And then we finish off with 3 slip stitches. Alright, we've got the first part of our first wing done. I definitely put way too much on my sewing string here, but I'd rather have too much yarn than not enough, because you know what? I'll figure out something to do with a tiny scrap of yarn I have left over. I will not figure out how to tie more yarn together and not have it be a problem. Alright. Time for wing 2. Oh, is this what I think it is? Yes! Theme song from Sonic Mania. I love this one. Sonic Mania is such a good game. Like, it took me forever to beat because Yes, I did hold a speedrunning world record in Sonic 2 for a while, but that doesn't mean I was good at gaming. I'm good at, like, pattern recognition. Oh. Ooh. I will check that out later. Thank you, Nova. Alright. Yeah, I'm also gonna go through Game Chops again later and get some more lo-fi on there, because Pandora, I usually use Pandora because that's what, I think Pandora came before Spotify, or at the very least, I found Pandora before I found Spotify. I know my kid's sibling has Spotify. They like that. Which, honestly, I like Spotify because it was a lot easier to make a playlist than it was on Chillhop. Nova, have you considered going to bed? Just going, getting some shut-eye. You seem tired. I mean this in the best way possible. I gotta remember to put in for the first day of the big gay market off for work, because for those who don't know, it's usually been like a 1 to 2 day market. The big gay pride market last year and the big gay holiday market were both 2-day markets. Big gay pride market was Saturday, Sunday. Holiday market was Friday night and then all day Saturday. And now this year's big gay pride market is going to be Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. And by all day, I mean, I think like from 9 to 5. So, you know, a regular 8-hour day. So I'm going to put in for that Friday off and then the Monday after to recover. And then order some Portillos, because that is apparently our thing now. Every time we successfully survive a market, we go get Portillos. Right, okay. You know who else does really good versions of Sonic songs? It is Nate Wants to Battle. I've been finding his music more and more on Pandora, and I love it. Okay. Yeah, he's done some other stuff too, but I mostly know his Sonic stuff. Like, I really love his version of Fist Bump from Sonic Forces and his version of Infinite from Sonic Forces, because I love Infinite so much. Everybody has their murderer spouse, and he is mine. I love Starlight Zone's music in general, and not enough people appreciate it. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I've heard mostly like his covers of video game songs, so a lot of stuff from Sonic. The cover of Infinite he did with Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps is amazing. I love that song. I just love that song anyway, so. Like, in the unlikely event I was ever at some sort of video game themed karaoke, that is the one I would bust out. I would need somebody else to do, like, the rap part, but I could do the regular singing vocals. I think I need to go deal with my butthead fur babies. They are screaming. Okay, tell Tally that despite her dislike of me, I still love her. Old parody songs on YouTube, they're fantastic. I will do that. Kitty cats, why? Look, she came over when I stuck my hand down, did the kitty 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 thing, so... Chat's gonna behave. I'm still here. Okay. Okay, maybe chat's not gonna behave. You know what? Look, chat is over there, I'm over here. I can't do anything. So at some point, I am gonna get this up on these videos up on YouTube. I thought I had actually lost my first stream because when you're not an affiliate, Twitch doesn't keep the videos as long. So I think they keep them for a week. So I almost lost the last video I did, which was the second stream, and the first video is no longer on Twitch. But because you can record from OBS, I usually hit record when I start streaming. So I thought I had it, and then I went to my videos folder and it wasn't there. I'm like, oh crap, I guess I don't have it. And then I realized that I had been doing a bunch of test videos, just recording from OBS and then saving them to see how things looked. So I checked my recycle bin and it was there, so I can get that up at some point. Which I believe my YouTube username right now is Internet Auntie Paxie. So when I get that going, I will post in the Skulls and Cupcakes Discord and probably other various Discords. Which, I'll be honest, I'm somehow a mod of the Vendor Frienders Discord, which is mostly Wisconsin local vendors, but I know we've got some people from Illinois, and I think maybe some other places too. Like, Victoria is going back to England, and we're not kicking her out, so never. But, I somehow became a mod, and I feel bad because I have a bunch of ideas, and I don't actually think we need to do them. I just need to get them out of my head. So we have the channel that's called the Vendor Friender Mod Town, where all the mods like to talk about stuff. So the rest of the mods will wake up like a Saturday or Sunday morning, and I'll just put in like 5 paragraphs of ideas I've had, and I have to like specify like 3 times, guys, we don't have to do these. I need them out of my head. And they keep doing them. Okay, I don't know what this song is, but I don't like it. Ah, that's... They have butchered Escape to the City. We're just gonna... I will get that one off there later. Anyway. Like, the most recent one is, we had like a huge off-topic category. We have changed that, so we have an off-topic category that still has a few channels in it, but then most of them were moved over to the new hobby chat category. And then the voice channels were moved all the way down to the bottom of the list because, let's face it, the real reason is because it was bothering me that they were mixed in with all of the regular, like, text chats, and for reasons that I can't understand why or explain why. But I just said it was because, well, we don't use these very much anyway, so they might as well be down at the bottom, and they let me get away with it, so. I love my fellow mods, I really do. They are such sweet people. 3 of us managed to get together and go to lunch at Yola's a few weeks ago, and that was nice, and we have not been able to do it again, because time is not great. Okay, we're getting to the end. We gotta put the accents on the wings, which, there, now you can actually see them, and then make the antenna, which, let's get the wings finished up first. Alright. Alright, so start with this over here. Right? No, over here. Okay. Don't mind me mumbling to myself. The instructions are saying that both these tails have to be to your left. So there they are. My yarn just fell on the floor again, so you know that's how things are going. All right. I might have to do this a couple of times because they want you to get 8 stitches here, and then a couple stitches in here, and then another 8 down here. So a lot of it's going to be me looking at it being like, wait, no, I should have put another stitch in between this stitch and this stitch. So, which is what I'm doing now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Note to self, never use a G-hook with this yarn ever again. Alright, so we got our 8 here. Now, the way the thing tells you to do this is to just do a, like a smaller picot, which is just, a picot is you just, crochet 2, you crochet a number of stitches, and then you do a slip stitch into the first stitch of that chain, and it makes a little bit of a point. So, like that, see? And then this yarn we had earlier from the magic ring I started, I'm just going to tighten that up a little bit to bring things together, and then I'll be able to just crochet over that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Oh, that looks super cute. I backed up again, so you guys aren't seeing things as good as you should be. So there we go. That looks amazing. Alright, so what I'm going to do to finish this off is just go back into that last space where I made the last stitch and do a slip stitch. Chop it off, and then pull tight, and then I'll weave this back in a moment. And then this is going to be our tail to sew things together. Drop my yarn. Come here, yarn. Yarn, please. I need you. Okay. Once more with feeling, which I think I'm probably going to need to open up the other new skein of this yarn that I have off to the side of the camera, because I don't think this is going to be enough to do the antenna next. But I think we are going to be able to at least get the crochet part of this done tonight before I'm like, here's the thing, my limit is about 2 hours. We discussed this on the last stream. My limit for things is roughly 2 hours. Sometimes I can go longer, sometimes I don't have to go as long. But I can feel it. I'm getting to the point where I need to stop. So and I still have nobody that I can like send you guys to afterwards, because I don't really have anybody that I follow on this channel that streams at this point. Like, all the other streams that I do are probably going to be around 2:30 Central Time, because I get off from work half an hour before, and then that half an hour gives me time to, like, go use the restroom, get a drink, get my coffee, all that stuff that I need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need to adjust this a little bit. But, I might, if people like this, I might keep doing the Sunday night streams. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if you guys are. I hope you are. But, and at some point I do want to start doing, like the crochet classes, like I mentioned for my niece Ling. She's learning to crochet, and it would just be nice to, like, have some videos that she could look at. She was here a couple weekends ago for an Auntie Day, and she did so well. like, she does 4-H, and she was doing something for that, and she wanted to do crocheting. I'm like, okay, do you just want to, what do you want to make? Do you want to make something that, like, goes in a circle, or do you want to make something that just goes back and forth? She's like, can I just go back and forth? I'm like, yeah, that's super easy. We'll start there. Otherwise, I would have started her on a granny square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I gotta get one more in there. But, she was very, I am not the best teacher, so she was very patient with me. I did my best to be very patient with her. And she was doing really good. Like, it was obvious it was her first time really doing it. Like, some things were twisted, but it still looked really good. And I want to, like, be able to offer support however I can. So, you know, a YouTube channel is going to happen, and there will be a playlist of Internet Auntie Paxie Teaches Crochet. Which, for those who don't know how the Internet Auntie Paxie thing came along, Kit is also an Internet Auntie. We have the unofficial benevolent order of Internet Aunties. Anybody can be an Internet Auntie. If you can be a of the male persuasion and be an Internet Auntie if you want. All you have to do is be nice. Be nice and don't be a dick. That's it. That is all that is required to be an Internet Auntie. Anyway, we were streaming a Spyro game, and there was this kid who came in, and he was talking about his Spyro fan fiction and all this other stuff that, the kind of stuff that gets you told that you're weird and kind of outcast, and we're just like, no, tell us more. What happened when the aliens showed up? And we, like, at that point, we were just like, we are your cool internet aunts. We're not going to tell you to stop talking about something. However, we are going to tell you that this is family-friendly Sunday, and you need to stop swearing. And the kid left after that, so I didn't know if he, what happened there, if he just thought, like, us telling him please don't swear was too much, but that's how the Internet Aunties came about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Oh, come on, go through there. Thank you. I feel like I should be a better teacher, Volcano. Which I don't know if you want your actual name used or not. I'm just going to go with Volcano until you tell me otherwise. I actually used to work in an after-school program where I taught kids how to crochet, and I was good enough at it that the kids learned how to do it. And there were days where, like, this is boring. Can we just crochet with Miss Paxie instead? Which that always made me feel good. Just okay. Volcano, Snuggly, or Rar are all good. I'm probably going to forget the last two, so I'm going to stick with Volcano. Like, you probably wouldn't know this, but you might hear me, people refer to me as Cupcakes. Because our other Twitch channel is Skulls and Cupcakes. Katie's is the Skulls, and I'm the Cupcakes. So a lot of my usernames places are AKA the Cupcakes. Alright. I don't think I'm going to get these sewn into place tonight, but I've got plushie sticks over here. So at the very least, I can kind of pin them in place. Get these ends sewed in before I forget. Alright. So we're definitely not going to get the this guy finished tonight. Because we still have the antenna to do. The antenna are quick, but then I have to sew everything together, and I don't feel like doing that tonight. So, we're going to get these pinned into place as best as possible. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, these are plushie sticks. They are literally double-pointed knitting needles with some fancy beads glued onto the end. Which reminds me, I gotta get... The next time we have craft day over at Nova's, I gotta take some with me so I can... I gave her a set of double-pointed knitting needles that I wasn't using to use as her own plushie sticks, and I told her I would add beads to them. And I've got some fun ones coming in that they say Mama's Boy, but the O in boy is Jason Voorhees' face. I don't even like horror movies, and I thought that was good. Anyway, okay, so there's the back. It'll look better when I actually sew it together. There we go. All right. But that's looking good right now. So we still gotta, and I gotta adjust it a little bit so like the wings are even on sides and everything. But for right now, they're in a place where I will not lose them. So we got the antenna to make and then sew it all together, but that is going to be next stream. I promise this time I will not finish this guy before the next stream. Okay. He fell. Gersh darn it. Alright, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I don't know when the next stream's gonna be, but I'm going to try and do these Sunday night streams every week, because this was nice. It was chill. I'm gonna go out to my living room and watch The Dead Files on Discovery Plus, because you know what, that's a good, cool thing. Thank you, Volcano. I'm very proud of him too. I think he'll be a good prize for the Big Gay Market raffle. We'll see. I'm planning on making some other like pride themed Mothmen this year, like about that size with that kind of yarn, maybe some bigger. It depends what I have and what I can turn into pride flags. Because of course I do have all of the Big Twist Living pride yarn colors, but they turn out a little bit smaller. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that is it for me tonight. I gotta find my thing. Hopefully next stream I'll have some people I can send you to after this stream is over. So have a good night. Hydrate, take your meds if you haven't yet, and remember, your internet Auntie Paxie loves you very much. I will make an ace one at some point because that is also my flag, Volcano. Alright, good night, everybody.